Hello and welcome to another edition of the Dugout Podcast. I am your co-host Andrew, alongside my fellow co-host Marissa. And as you can see, for the first time in a long time, we're both in our colors. We're both representing.
In my defense, I'm not wearing this because Chelsea won. I am wearing this because I knew you were going to wear your Liverpool shirt after the weekend. So I had to wear my Chelsea shirt, to bring a balance to the set. Okay?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I did not decide on this until right before I left home.
Me too. That kind of
Anyway.
negate what I just said, but
You trying to make people
Yeah.
feel as though I come on here to gloat.
no, okay.
Far from the case.
Okay.
Liverpool have been having, still a very disappointing season by
Mhm.
our recent standards. So this is not about gloating. Thing is that football jerseys are very comfortable. You don't have to press them.
It's true,
toss
you
them
just
on.
whip them on, yeah.
So they're very convenient.
Yeah,
And that's all this is about.
yeah,
Trust me.
okay.
But
Shameless plug though, if any football jersey people out there want to sponsor us and, send us a couple shirts ahead of the new season,
that is true.
we appreciate that.
That's true.
We
That's
appreciate
true.
that, yeah.
That's true. But yes, so let's get started. Let's get right to it. We have a very, very compelling discussion to undertake today. And we are starting at Anfield
Of course we are.
in the Premier League.
Of course we are.
Liverpool 7-0 winners against Man United.
Look at the grin on his face.
Honestly, right? That sounds so
Look
good.
at the grin
when
on
you
his
say it out loud.
face.
That sounds so good when you say it out loud. Seriously, let me say it again. Liverpool 7-0 winners against Manchester United. Marissa, did you ever feel as though you would ever hear that in your lifetime?
Honestly. I mean, not this season, let alone my lifetime. Like, wow, that was worse than the 5-0 Ollie overseas. It was 5-0, right? That Ollie overseas.
Yeah, it was funny.
I mean, 7. Like, I remember because I think when I got home from church, it was 3.
Mhm.
And then messaged you and was like, I want 6. And he was like, nah, you gotta keep some for the Bernabeu. But I was not
When you say
expecting.
that, don't tell the boy that I actually got like a little inner little hope.
Oh my God.
Well, anyway.
We know that hope was gonna come out at some point. But anyways, but when I put 4 more past him, man, I was like, it was clear that United gave up, in my opinion. And I mean, I could hold my head. I mean, the season is still young, but I could hold my head high that despite the season I have it, I ain't get beat 7-0. So I hope this don't come out and bite me. Chelsea, don't do the job here.
Well,
But yeah, I'm sure you must have been. You and all Liverpool fans
Mhm.
are literally in 7th heaven.
yeah, we're really, really happy. I think it's something to build upon, hopefully.
Hopefully.
In terms of as we look to reshape the squad.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of my assessment of the game, I felt the first 25 minutes, I felt Liverpool dominated the game,
Mm-hmm.
where the
I
team that
would
was
agree with
probing.
that. Mm-hmm.
And I felt then towards the middle of the first half, Mayu, regain a bit of control.
Mm-hmm.
And they had their moments where they had some pretty good chances that they were unable to take. And then the first goal was a really, really nice piece of play.
Yeah, fantastic.
Really, really happy.
Robertson is really living Trent shadow, and I don't know why.
Interesting.
He does.
Robertson, I appreciate Robertson. For me,
Okay.
he was never really in Trent shadow. I think it's just that
No, but
Trent
when
is
you-
English, Trent is Scots.
Exactly. When
Yeah.
you listen to the English English pundits,
Mhm.
they're wax lyrical about Trent. Like you say, I guess for those reasons. But honestly, Robertson is a better defender in my opinion. And I think he's now the highest assistant defender in the league, right? I think he passed Leighton Baines.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And that pass to Gakpo was taking nothing away. Gakpo had a nice little feet to, sell Varane. It was Varane, the dummy, and scored. But honestly, the pass is what made that goal for me. So it was really excellent.
Yeah, and then going into halftime, like you said, I agree with everything that you said. Going into halftime, the game still felt as though it was competitive, and you expected a competitive second half. But once Liverpool got that second, quickly followed by the third, and then the fourth, Man United players really their heads really dropped. And like you said, it seemed as if the body language was not good from a lot of them. And you can interpret it as they stopped trying. They stopped putting the shift in, which is really, the worst thing that you can do as a player, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
So
because for me, I mean, at 3, just shut up shop. I know Liverpool looked relentless, but still, at that point, I think it was 50, 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Shut up shop. Just say, you know what? I ain't saying that you don't try, but at least try to be solid. But they made so many sloppy errors at the back that led to those goals, in my opinion.
Yeah, because the second goal was really sloppy play. Yeah. It was like
Shaw gave away the ball in that one.
It was like really, really sloppy. And then the third goal, Salah Martinez on toast.
Yeah.
Turning
that was a good
out.
player as well.
Yeah, that was a good player.
But for me too, you know what was interesting to me and sad to say, it could have been more.
Yeah, it could have.
That could have been 10.
That could have.
Got you look.
Yeah. Listen. This might not happen again.
Sure.
I highly doubt it will happen again. Such a resounding scoreline. So right now I'm going to enjoy it.
Fair enough.
I've had very, very little to celebrate.
It's true. You know what?
This season.
Go ahead, sir. I don't blame you.
I will smile.
I don't blame you, man.
Unapologetically smile too. But what was more entertaining for me was the punditry of the game. Seeing Gary Neville suffer.
Look, I sent you a TikTok today that showed every one of Neville's reactions to that. And like the man shut his head for like the first 4 or 5 goals. And then after that, it was just nothing. He was in utter disbelief. He did not know what to do.
Yeah, and then he had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to come on the air and say that, it was more about Man U's poor performance and Liverpool didn't play well. He said Man U were the better team in the first half. Granted, Man U had the better chances, the more clear-cut chances.
But I only remember one. There was no chance. What was the other one?
Rafa had the one that he didn't, that he didn't get enough purchase on from I think it was Bruno Fernandez's long ball. And then there was a cross that Fernandes headed wide at the back post. Now you could call that, it's a tough chance, but you could still call that a genuine opportunity. Okay, I remember. So, and whereas Liverpool's chances, I remember there was the early shot from Harvey Elliott that was blocked. Then Roberts had a shot that was going wide, but Martinez cleared it off. And then there was a last-ditch intervention by
Martinez
to Nunes. Yeah. Exactly. So you could argue that the game was in the balance. I would take that.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think Man U were like better.
Liverpool played the better football in terms of probing, and the team that was looking to fashion more openings.
Yeah, y'all were ready up for it.
Liverpool. I remember I said that I felt Liverpool would win the game. I just had a feeling. Didn't think 7 would have come. But, I felt like, when Neville say things, sometimes it's like, at some point, when you get a beating like that, just go.
Yeah. I mean, I tired. I firmly believe that they need to stop allowing ex-pundits to do punditry on their sites. It's just, it borders on embarrassing sometimes. I know the public can't find nobody else, but I tired of it, to be honest.
You know what was also embarrassing?
What's that?
I find that a lot of the pundits, I'm going to call him a pundit, even though he's not really a pundit, is the same guy that we talked about a week or so ago, Dermot Gallagher, that's the name, ex-referee. He said, because there was a lot of, hustle and bustle about Fernandez's performance or lack of performance in the second half and his antics, blah, blah, blah. But the little incident where he gave the referee a slight little shove in the back, this guy had the nerve to also come and say that referee put his hand on Fernandez first, and if anything, the linesman, manhandle Fernandez. So then, if referee was in a tough position to come and, take any action against Fernandez. But to me, because what happened was that I think Trent tossed the ball back at Fernandez a little bit aggressively.
Yeah, his stomach.
Yeah, and as Fernandez was trying to Trent back for the ball, the linesman put his hand and just prevented Fernandez from making any,
which is not unusual.
Exactly. That's not manhandling. He didn't grab him and pull him or whatever because he just put his body in front of Fernandez so that he could not get to Trent to cause a confrontation.
I was surprised he didn't at least get a card.
Exactly.
A yellow.
But you hear the excuses that. So I mean, I find that a lot of these pundits, media personnel sometimes seem to have an allergy to telling the truth.
When it comes to certain players.
I'm trying to save face when it comes to certain issues as well. be honest, that was not me.
100%.
There's no excuse for what Fernandes did if he did, and it was a shove, slight little shove.
Yeah.
If that was Cristiano Ronaldo,
Oh my gosh, you were
Mhm.
here. Oh my gosh, he's so disrespectful. What you put your hands? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm happy that I won 7-0. Deservedly so. Everyone was really good. And like I said, some of the build upon going to the game in a couple of days at the weekend. Go win that. Make sure that result counts.
Mhm.
And then you have your Champions League game. Like I said before, all I asked for, all I asked for is that Liverpool at least make it respectable. Yeah, I don't expect to go through. So I know we're grinning. You face never but here. I'm just saying that I would like Liverpool to make it respectable. Respectable mean we're 5-2 down, right?
Yeah.
Respectable mean if we go out 6-4 or something, where you can say like, it was we at least put a little bit of doubt into. That's all you want. Cause you just want like what Chelsea did last year against Real, although it wasn't such a big chasm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You just want add a bit of respect. So I'm hoping that you can build some momentum as you target the top four finish, hopefully.
Yeah, I get you.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm not expecting to go through.
Fair enough.
But if we do, I'll be back on here again with my Liverpool shirt.
Gosh.
Bring it from ear to ear.
I never got another Chelsea shirt that I could balance his skills.
But I don't think we'll get through though. I think that game is gone. So
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
All right. But your team had them into the Chelsea triumph. Look at this game now. It's your turn. Chelsea won against Dortmund. I didn't see the whole game, so you can't take it away. I'll take my rest right now.
First, I want to say I did not keep my promise last week. Remember, I tell you I wasn't going to watch Chelsea again until they could show me they could win. I ended up watching glimpse of Chelsea Leeds on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So they won, and I was reeled in again today. It was a big night under the lights at the bridge. I could not watch it. We honestly, despite what some would say, because I see some post-match comments there from Bellingham, that got me skinny. We deserve to go through in both, based on what happened in both legs, in my opinion. I felt we were unfortunate last time.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the bar, had some really good opportunities. Even this time, before Sterling scored the first goal in the 43rd, 44th minute, Havertz hit the bar. Havertz scored offside goal. They had another incident where Koulibaly, I can't even figure out what he was doing. He was literally right by the goalkeeper, 2 yards out, and for some reason he passing back the ball, put the ball in there. Anyways, So I felt we had the better chances and arguably should have been 2 up at halftime, but we got the goal from Sterling. We scored another offside goal in the second half. That one was a whisker offside as well. Got the penalty again. You know how I feel about these handball decisions. It's 1 minute you see them given, next minute you see them don't. And if I was a Dortmund fan, I would feel aggrieved by the penalty decision because, again, I think the distance was probably me to a little bit past you. Chilwell kicked the ball against the guy's hand. I don't know, whatever. But I'm happy get the second goal. I did feel like we sat back after that, which I didn't like. But, when you're not accustomed being in winning positions, those things can happen. But really and truly, I don't think Dortmund really had a clear-cut chance except, like you were saying before we came on air, that snapshot that Bellingham had. Other than that, I know Kepa made 2 good saves, one from a Rice free kick in the first half, and I'm not sure who the second save was off, but it was a very good save. But all in all, I think we deserve to go through. I think the players are fighting for the manager. This is the first time I've seen at Chelsea where a manager has been so under so much pressure that players are coming out and saying, we have to take responsibility ourselves. He's a good manager, whatever. There's so much public backing of him. It really seems like there's a togetherness behind the scenes, which I like. I want Potter to succeed. I understand the doubts because some of the subs today were a bit but again, you're not accustomed to winning, whatever. But I was happy. I think it could be like you feel about your Liverpool win. You would like it to be built on from here. Who do we play on the weekend? We are at Leicester this weekend. You don't want that we go there and play another lethargic, foolish performance and get beat 1-2-0. Build on this. It's okay to have all the talk, but show it on the pitch. Build on it. So, I mean, as a Chelsea fan, I'm happy. Totally coincidental that I'm wearing my shirt today. Totally coincidental.
You said a moment or two ago that you wore it to balance
Look, I
things
can't
out.
make up my mind. So,
So we know you wore it because Chelsea won the game, all right?
look,
And Chelsea were advancing.
look.
Because if Chelsea had been eliminated,
I would have worn it. I would have worn it.
well, we'll never
I
know.
did tell myself.
We'll never
I
know.
can tell you what I tell myself. I tell myself, look, I think when I decided to wear it, it was 1-0.
Mhm.
I was like, and we was looking a little wobbly because Dortmund then started to show something after we scored the first goal. So then I was like, you know what, Marissa? Even if we go, still wear the shirt. Don't only show you as a Chelsea fan when we win. So I was planning to wear it even if we lost.
Okay.
For real.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
No, to prove it to you, if we have like a real devastating defeat later on in the season, I can wear it.
I do not want you to prove anything to me. I'm not questioning your.
Aren't you though?
No, not really. No,
Oh, all right.
I'm not gonna put you under that much pressure and
Mm.
embarrassment. So I'll leave it there. But just one quick word on Dortmund. I felt as though their play became erratic as the second half wore on. It didn't really look like they were going to fashion anything, and then in the end, it just looked like playing out of desperation.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a bit disappointed in the Dortmund response. But Chelsea played well, and I agree with you. Chelsea did deserve to go through. So no complaints there.
Yeah, I think that you said Dortmund wasn't over the 2 legs, really. I mean, and let's be fair, Julian Brandt went off like after 5 minutes.
Mhm.
I think he had like a hamstring tweak, and then the guy Adeyemi that scored in the first leg, he was injured as well. I think they also had to put their second choice goalkeeper, so they have their injury issues as well. But yeah, I think Dortmund are still a good side for me. I think it's their first loss for the year.
Mhm.
But yeah, they didn't to me offer anything over the 2 legs to say yeah they could feel hard done by.
All right, so next on the agenda, I do believe Benfica also advanced this
Yeah,
evening.
they thrashed Club Brugge 5-1, 7-1 on aggregate. And we have the 2 big games tomorrow. Bayern, PSG.
No. We have one big game tomorrow, and then we have an additional game. Seriously, a big game is where if 2 big games we're playing, right? That is where you have a bit of a pull, a bit of a dilemma for which game to watch.
Just do a split screen.
Unless you are a Tottenham fan or AC Milan fan, you ain't watching that game. Your eyes are gonna be glued to the Bayern PSG game. Unless something happens early on and that game becomes like a foregone conclusion as to which direction it's going.
I apologize. We have one big game tomorrow and another game.
No disrespect to Tottenham fans, by the way. But I know they're gonna feel slated. But
They
me not care. So sorry, I don't know. Sorry. Sorry, not
Yeah.
sorry. But yes, so the Bayern PSG game is tomorrow at the Allianz. PSG trying to overturn a 1-0 deficit. Neymar is out for the rest of the season. That news broke, I believe, yesterday.
Okay.
So I think we said that it's a tough ask, but no, we know Neymar definitely is not playing. Where do you see that one going?
I still, with or without Neymar, my money was always on Bayern. But I still think Messi and Mbappe are having really good seasons. It's just what can their defense do to keep up Bayern? What can their midfield do to control the game? I personally think that Bayern will come out. I'll be shocked if there's any other result, to be honest. Bayern look good in the Champions League so far this season, and they're still my pick to win. So I don't see any other result but a Bayern victory.
How has Bayern's league form been? Because I know that Dortmund got themselves back in the race.
Yeah, they had a weird result. I think it was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, they did lose a game.
Yeah. But other than that, I've not watched much of them. Like when I have seen them, they've only been like snippets or like pieces of games. But running away with the Bundesliga, you said Dortmund came back into it. But I mean, to be honest, I've mostly seen them in Champions League, and they look strong. They look like, for me, the front runners to win it. I mean, no disrespect to Real Madrid. That's the final I would like to see, Bayern versus Real. No offense to
I doubt you'll see that.
Liverpool.
Not that. I doubt you'll see that because I think Liverpool go through or whatever.
Them on the same side?
I think I'm not sure. No, I don't think this got a same side. I think they still got a draw from
Oh right,
last year
yeah,
and then the
yeah, yeah,
semis.
yeah, yeah. This
So
is
I
World
feel
Cup.
I just feel that as though maybe one. I don't think that both of them get hit fun. I think maybe they'll play each other or
That'd be
somebody put up
unfortunate.
with somebody.
That'd be fun. I want to see though.
That's
But
just my suspicion.
yeah,
But that being said, I don't know. I still feel like this game is a really close game to call because I feel as though PSG has the attacking quality to make a difference. It's just because PSG's issue has never been talent; it's more been about game management and capitalizing when they are in the ascendancy, which they have not always done well. So, because it's largely the same personnel.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but I think it'll be a quite enthralling game.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'll be watching.
Yep.
I'll be watching.
Right, and the other game on Wednesday as well, Tottenham against Milan.
Yeah.
We both said that Milan don't travel well, but
Tottenham Tottenham did exactly what I expected them to do. Beat Chelsea 1 week and then had 2 absolutely shocking defeats after that. Like,
yeah, affected by the league.
Yeah. Like, you don't know what you're going to get from Spurs. Milan don't travel well, but the unexpected nature of Spurs' play you don't know. But I will probably give it the edge to Tottenham since they're at home.
I agree. I don't think they'll lose 3 games straight.
Yeah.
So I
just jinx them in.
I anticipate
famous
that
last words.
They will get the result that will see it over the line, so to speak.
I guess we'll see. So I guess that is time for some PL predictions.
PL predictions, yes.
Liverpool away at Bournemouth. Bournemouth, who decide that they gave shipped 3 goals against Arsenal in that second half. You see that game?
No, but I followed it, but I don't think I watched it. I think I left. I had to leave home.
I mean, I wasn't surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, so when I got home, I saw Arsenal 1-3-2 with a very, very late goal. But then when I watched the highlights, so then I realized that Bournemouth at one stage was 2-0 up. And then I know that one of the goals, at least, that Bournemouth conceded before Arsenal got the equalizer was a really cheap goal to give away. I mean, listen, Arsenal has momentum with them. So
yeah, but I want to touch on that bit. I know it wasn't on the agenda, but everybody's rightfully praising Arsenal's mentality. I mean, you're 2-0 down, you come back to win 3-2, last minute equalizer. Can't take anything away from that because really, truly, the form that Arsenal is in this season, that ain't happening with we. But my thing is that should we be concerned that they conceded 2 at home to Bournemouth? Should we be concerned that lately, I remember they conceded 2
against Villa.
We're praising them for their character and rightfully so, but how is this sustainable?
Yeah, if it continues very fall behind in games, eventually you'll come unstuck.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Because you concede 2 against relegation threatened Bournemouth, 2 against Villa, 1 against Everton too. So they're
in their defense, though, we know that Bournemouth and those teams are fighting relegation, which is never an easy game.
True.
At this stage, because we're getting the nitty gritty time. But
so nothing to be concerned about yet.
No, I'm not saying there's nothing to be concerned about. I'm just saying I still fancy Arsenal to get over the line, unfortunately.
Me too.
I fancy them because they have belief, they have momentum. I think the only thing Arsenal should win. Like, I don't think Arsenal's a bad team. We must give them a little credit. They're not a bad team. But so the only way I can see Arsenal not winning the great is if, like you said, in that final home stretch, somebody do something stupid. You said, I ever said stupid, I said stupid. Somebody get a foolish red card and there's an implosion because the occasion is too much for them. That's the only thing that I think would derail Arsenal.
What are their big fixtures that are left? We know they got to play City again.
They have to come to Anfield.
Okay. And we got to go there. Chelsea got to go to Emirates. They finished with Man U, right?
I'm not sure what the final game of the season is. Is it Man U?
No, I'm asking if they're finished with Man U. They play Man U twice?
Yeah, they play Man U twice, yes.
Right, so it's just the 3 of those. Okay. All right.
They come to Anfield in about 2 weeks' time, I believe.
Okay. Let's see. All right, so let's do some predictions. We have Liverpool away at Bournemouth. Early kickoff Saturday.
I'll go 2-1.
To who?
Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
I'll go 2-1. I don't think Liverpool but you throw Bournemouth or anything like that. I think it'll be a difficult game.
Honestly though, I mean, I don't want to say this, but still I can say it. I know Bournemouth fighting relegation and there'll be a tough game. But I think it will be a real travesty that wanna pelt Man U for 7 and come and do junk on Saturday.
And then come and drop points, right?
Yeah. Because when I do that again, it was Nottingham. Then when I beat Bournemouth 9-0 and then when I lose the next game or draw the next game or some nonsense like that.
Yeah, but that's different because Bournemouth. But my one is more. I think maybe we defeated when we beat City earlier, beat them 1-0, and then we lost to Nottingham Forest next week 1-0 as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that would be a more.
Okay.
Although the scoring is different, that'd be a more closer analogy to make.
Right. Okay. Chelsea away at Leicester.
I'll go with a 2-1 Chelsea win. Have I ever predicted that Leicester win a game on here?
No.
Interesting stat.
Interesting.
I've never predicted that Leicester would get 3 points.
This is a tough game for me to call because Leicester are very inconsistent as well. But on their day, I saw them. They made pelt 4 past the team.
It was
recently.
Aston Villa. I think they beat Aston Villa.
Yeah, like on their day, they're really good, and then on the next day, they're really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this game depends really and truly on which Leicester turn up. So I'll go with the safe bet 1-1.
Okay.
Spurs at home to Forest.
Well, that depends a lot on the result tomorrow. But I'll go with a 1-1.
You serious?
It says Spurs at home to Forest, right?
Yeah.
I'll go to 1-1. The Forest draw with City. So wait, Forest can get a point at Spurs.
I don't know, man. I will go to no Spurs, man.
All right. You think you because Forest has their form have picked up a lot.
Yes, I know they are.
I don't know if they're playing well. I watch them, but I know for the game results.
Yeah, but I mean, like you say, Spurs are on a very inconsistent run right now.
Mm-hmm.
If they lose tomorrow, they definitely ain't losing this.
But I said lose, they draw 1-1.
No. Well, for me,
right.
well.
Okay, you mean
whatever.
that you think they'll win?
Yeah, I think tomorrow. Then again, I think rather they win or lose tomorrow, they will win this game because they can either be trying to make up for what happened in midweek or just building on what happened in midweek. So I think they'll win.
But that wasn't what they did. They've been to beat Chelsea. They're trying to do the same thing. So
I still can't believe we lost to the Spurs though. Jeez, man.
All of us skip, man.
Anyways, here, City away to Palace. Palace is a tricky one lately.
I'll go for 2-1 City win.
I'll go 3-1.
Okay.
Man United at home to Southampton.
I really don't care.
Do not yell me right now.
Listen.
I say he don't care, yo.
What do you think your scoreline would be, Marissa? Somehow have a manager. They're doing it right because I think they sacked the Jones fella. I don't think they heard
the interim. They said they're keeping the interim to the end of the season. 3-0 United. Maybe 4.
Okay. I have no prediction.
Boy.
I really don't. I really do not.
But Southampton ain't playing, eh?
I don't know that. But I'm not, okay, I'm not predicting because hear me carefully.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not predicting because I think Southampton are playing something or I think Southampton are a threat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more worried about the mentality of Man United players after such a harrowing defeat.
Man, Ten Hag definitely get stuck into them.
We could try.
4-0 United here.
Okay.
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arsenal we at Fulham.
You go first.
The last time I predict Fulham would have beat a London rival, I turned out to be totally wrong, and Fulham played so much cry in that game.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a tricky away trip for Arsenal. Fulham are having a good season.
Mm-hmm.
They have decent players. But I think the way everything going for Arsenal, 2-1, 3-1.
I think Arsenal win 3-0.
Man, you ever line Fulham score 1, boy.
Yeah. I really don't, honestly, going back to my result though, like, sometimes we get bad defeat, it's hard to recover. It's not that we would never recover, but just hard to recover in the next game.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't know what my would turn up. You know what I mean? Yes, Ten Hag might, but you can never be sure about the reaction. Imagine you lose 7 or 6-0 or something like that. That could be a little bit of a, because the mood around the camp gonna be down.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that I'm not gonna predict to share. I just don't know.
No, I think they'll want to put the rounds right.
But I think if they get the first goal, then I can still
and
win it easily.
Home, so if it was away, I would be concerned. But them at home, the fans would be right behind them. Yeah. So that is it for our football segment. And now a word from our sponsors with a special segment with the main sponsor of the show, Whole Health Pharmacy.
All right, let me get.
Whole Health Pharmacy, located in Jordan's Complex, Speightstown, St. Peter, carries a variety of products to take care of you and your health. Essential oils, muscle rubs, and the run-of-the-mill medications. And definitely don't forget your vitamins. Vinci Sea Salt, air humidifiers, tumblers, and women's havens pads too. We got it all for you. Don't forget your Barbados and natural Vinci snacks. So for sure you're gonna keep coming back. Ever hear about structured water? Well, tell your son, tell your daughter. Whole Health Pharmacy. More than a pharmacy, we take care of you and your health. And we're joined right now by Mr. Whole Health himself, Mr. Anthony Chandler.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm very good. In high spirits today.
I see. So Mr. Chandler decided he wanted to come on and, be in the hot seat. The hot seat. Andrew's seat. He literally kicked out Andrew. Y'all will still see Andrew at some point, but he kicked Andrew right out.
Yeah, man. I right here next door.
I'm so happy for that.
I was gracious to give him this opportunity.
A true gentleman.
Of course. Consummate gentleman, man.
When you're ready. So, Mr. Chandler,
Yes, please.
tell us, do you support a football team?
No, I don't support any football team. But if I had to support a football team, it would go be Arsenal.
Wait.
Serious?
Nah.
Yes, I am.
But he
Marissa Chandler.
Yes, I am.
He is not coming on my podcast and literally saying that to my face.
Wait, you're being sincere?
It's very much so.
That's very unfortunate.
If I had to support a football team,
Why?
I know. I just like I don't know. I just like you really used to play football.
Oh, used to.
And to me, they transformed English football. To me, English football was always about this long ball, right? And like they brought a type of like Brazilian flair to English football. So I mean, I think I would have been an Arsenal supporter. Like honest truth.
I just want to say, right? For those of you who ain't picked up the resemblance yet, this is my father. My father is coming on my podcast with my Chelsea shirt on and saying that if it was supported, it would be Arsenal.
Very much so.
Wow.
Very much so. Like honest truth.
Andrew, can't tap back your seat though.
Marissa, my deepest condolences. I know how life ain't be like at the dinner table from now on, but I guess y'all work it out.
Man got me good, yeah.
But what is about class? Form is temporary. Class is permanent. Hey, I mean, like our Arsenal track record over the years, right? Outstanding. You can't take that away from them, right? So
I don't know if outstanding is the operative word, but fair enough.
Who got the record of having the most wins?
They went gosh. He's one of them.
Yeah, he is a really Arsenal fan.
He's one of them.
Listen, I thought he was joking, but he's really.
But truth is the truth. Facts are facts.
He's really, playing the part for truth.
It's true. The fact he could bring an invincible season that happened, 2 decades ago?
I am convinced now that he's definitely an Arsenal fan.
I don't, like you said, I don't really support football, but you ask me questions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why did I ask that question?
Can I ask a question as well?
Sure.
So since you're an Arsenal fan,
No, I'm not an Arsenal fan.
or would be a potential Arsenal fan. Do you have any favorite players from the club throughout history?
No, to tell you the truth, my favorite player is actually Ronaldinho. That's my favorite player of every day. I just love this man. Even something that where I was just going to watch clips of this man. You know what I mean?
It's true. I'm posting up on my Facebook
you
wall.
understand? He is my favorite football player. I love the way he plays, his skills. He always happy. This man is always smiling. I think he is my favorite player, honestly.
All right. So talk about Ronaldinho then.
Yeah.
So in international football, you will support Brazil then?
No.
No.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I support African teams.
Oh, okay.
I support African teams. And when it comes to international football, especially World Cup, when it comes to World Cup, I support African teams. And me personally believe that the African teams, this may sound controversial, this player to lose.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Why you say so?
Because, right, majority of African players, their whole idea is to go to Europe to play professional football, right? So to me, I think they just got this psyche in their mind. If they beat the European teams, they're not going to get chance to play in Europe to make all these big set of money. So to me, they deliberately don't perform up to their true potential.
But on the flip side, it's when you put in your best performances against the biggest sides in the world that you just get pick up.
Not all the time. Look at all the best African players. SCN.
SCN play for Chelsea.
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Here
Chelsea
these guys
really big
are
company,
number
but
10s. Here these guys are player as best in their team when they play in Europe, right? So that means that they have the skills to play. But what is it when they go to their national team? Somehow they don't translate that.
Because international football is harder.
In West Indies cricket too.
Well,
Same
true.
thing happens in West Indies
But
cricket.
international football and cricket is harder than league football and league because you can literally build a side.
It's harder. I admit it's harder, right? But why do men like Russell, all those guys, when they play for their Indian teams, fantastic. As soon as they play for West Indies, up for 10, up for 0. You know what I mean? So to me, it's just a deliberately done.
All right.
That's just my opinion.
So I got you bring up some controversial topics there, especially with the cricket. So what do you think is ailing West Indies cricket?
I've been saying this for years. The West Indies cricket board, to me, right, have been what should I say, compromised. That when we were on the top of our game, the West Indies board had no money. But now we are at bottom. Oh, suddenly now
they still ain't got no money?
I was not gonna say right
they got more money.
But not not to compare with the other
not
elite
to
teams in the world.
It's true not to compare, but somehow they got more money. To me, let me go back a couple of years ago. English brought down a guy called Harrison to the West Indies. And
Big Steve, man.
those 5 matches that this man played, right? All 5 of those wickets was fast and bouncy, just to suit Harrison's style of thing. Every wicket. I said, this is amazing. Here you are, playing Englishman down here, and prepare wicket to suit this English player. And this is something that the West Indies have been doing all my life. They just prepare wicket to suit the opposition, right? They set the matches. We are normally used to play cricket. Maybe it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Not start him on a Monday. So why?
True.
Because of TV contracts. So they care more about the money they make from TV than filling up the stadium with West Indies fans. So that just tell me it's deliberately done to undermine West Indies cricket.
I see.
They prepare bar pitches, right? They will know that they've got a series coming up. About 6 months or maybe even a year before this series start. Start to prepare the guys. No, they put them in camp 2 or 3 weeks before to go there and lose. So what you see happen is that the first couple of matches, West Indies will lose, and maybe the last match, the West Indies will really perform at their optimum.
Because they're
Right.
used to these surroundings.
Because the
and
region
everything.
surroundings, they get thing, and it has been happening for years. So to me, right, it's like they are deliberately making West Indies cricket the way it is because of their policies and their implementation of West Indies cricket. And don't matter who is the president, it's always the same more.
So you don't think that we've
Yeah.
improved even under this current administration?
No, they're not interested in improving.
Mm.
They're interested in improving one thing, their bottom line,
Mhm.
money. That's it.
But
It's about we winning.
can I chime in for a moment?
Yes,
Sure.
please.
If I may.
Sure.
Chime in, Dortmund.
Thank you very much. Right. So you said some interesting things,
Mm.
but the point that I would make about the lack of touring or preparation, we know with the increased fixture congestion, there's not a lot of time like what there was before, where you could actually like have tour games and really allow guys to get acclimatized to conditions.
Yeah.
So I feel as though you can't. I don't know if it's fair to only blame the West Indian selectors or the board, because I think it's a problem that all international sides face in terms
I'm not
of
blaming the selectors.
lack of preparation.
The lack of preparation.
Yeah.
Right. And Barry Adams once say we as tech good cricketers and met them bad. Why other teams take back cricketers and met them good. That's a great Barry Adams statement. Right? Yeah, because one of my favorite cricketers, right? Marissa know who that is? One of my favorite he was a Bajan.
The name slipping me.
Okay.
I feel like I
his
kick myself
first-
when you say
His first test match, the team scored a century.
Oh. Oh gosh,
I think I know
Andrew.
what he means.
Oh,
Dwayne Smith.
Dwayne Smith.
Dwayne Smith is
Fantastic
daddy's
cricketer.
favorite cricketer.
Yes, he is. He is one of my favorite cricketers, right? This man, I just watched this man. I saw this man talent, right? And here you are, right? When Dwayne Smith was young and he went into the West Indies cricket team, to me, right, he was raw, right? And you should have teams in place where you could take this raw talent and mold it. You know, when Dwayne Smith came into himself, one, when he got a child, and two, when he started playing in India, especially when he went to some team like Tendulkar. He and Tendulkar open. You understand?
Mumbai Indians.
Yeah. And this man blossomed, you know what I mean? And he's saying, if they could have horned that talent when Dwayne Smith was young, Dwayne Smith was one of the best cricketers in the world, right? But they just let this man, they didn't take him and mold him, you know what I mean? Bring him into this, and sit him down, let him watch like past cricketers, talk to him, so get it in mind, because matches, don't matter what sport you in, right? The mental aspect of sports is just as important as the physical.
Okay.
And this mental aspect in sports is what we in the West Indies have fallen down all the time. In athletics, cricket, football, everything, right? We would take young promising footballers in Barbados and send them to England, and then they fail because they don't have the mental discipline. You know what I mean? When you go to England and that cold hit you, and you first you're homesick. You go into this strange environment, and you don't have that mental discipline to succeed. You will never succeed, and that have been our downfall all the time. Our mental discipline. And I remember an interview with Dwayne Smith, and Dwayne Smith said, "Everyone score 100 runs. No way." Because his daughter tell him, "Daddy, you ought to score 100 or don't come home." Simple, right? That power that not only a woman and his daughter had, right? He said, I decided to do that for my daughter. You know what I mean? And if we have honed that gentleman's skills, boy.
I think it's interesting you brought the mental aspect, because Andrew and I touched on that last week when we were talking about cricket, especially. We were talking about the Australian women's team and how mentally tough they are, and it's so funny. We talked about. I think we touched on England. You know, England got this new style, this aggressive style of cricket that
Where did they get it from?
Exactly true.
Then.
But it's not like their players, they have substantially changed the team. Is that they're playing cricket with a different mindset. So it's interesting you touched on that.
Correct.
But I mean, I think West Indies problems are a lot deeper though. But I think one example to me that came to mind when you were talking was Jermaine Blackwood, because in the last test against South Africa, he was taking the fight to the bowlers. He was aggressive. He was, even though everybody else was falling around him, he was being aggressive. And I saw somebody put on Twitter, this man had the talent to have a much better batting average.
Correct.
So what is it about the system that is not getting the best out of him?
Okay then.
So I thought about that.
When he first came on to that team, he was confident.
Yeah.
He was making runs, and all of a sudden, no, you might just disappear off your map.
He did. He got dropped for a while. Yeah.
But what happened? You know what I mean? Hatmer, right? Talented gentleman, and they would drop this man because he got big belly and unfit. But next year he go and play in some of the match next week and make a run.
Nah, Hetmeyer is a different one for me. Hetmeyer mind for me gone. Hetmeyer is not interested in anything to do with West Indies.
Correct. So what happened? What happened behind the scenes that caused these players to have this sort of animosity against West Indies cricket? You know what I mean? And it's not only about money. You know what I'm saying? Something has to be happening behind the scenes. I remember when Cameron was the last World Cup we had we won, right?
Yeah.
Cameron, as the president of the West Indies Cricket Board, sit down and he dug with our enemies, like I said, right? And he refused to sit down with his own players.
Yeah, because the president
you know what they meant that? I mean, if it made him say that, see, this last match.
They win it in spite of him.
In spite.
Yeah.
The man had a close. Nothing. The man decided, see, we down there and playing cricket and we're going to win. And it was that mindset, right, that caused we to win.
Yeah. And I think that was probably Darren Sammy last game because he called it out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember Darren Sammy used to be the darling of West Indies Cricket
because
Board.
He was a yes man.
When we took that Darren Sammy team to India, it was a young, and they get India real trouble. Real trouble to beat me. You understand me? And that was Darren Sammy and some youngsters because the Orsons had a little falling out.
I remember.
And they get India real trouble. Because why? Their mentality. Right? They may have nothing to lose and they went up there and play cricket. And Darren Sammy was the darling of the Western Cricket Board. The Darren Sammy wake up one day and realize that this board don't care about me and start to speak out. And all of a sudden, Darren Sammy becomes enemy number one.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Happens.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Andrew has any more questions for Mr. Chandler. Anthony?
I don't.
Okay.
Well, this was certainly a passionate discussion. I mean, for those of you that listen to Andrew telling me that I like to rant and stuff, now you know where I get it from. So I want to thank my father, Anthony, face of Whole Health Pharmacy. As we've always said, it's located in Queen Street, Spice on St. Peter. And clearly, when you go there, you don't only get tumblers and air humidifiers. You can get a good little chat too about cricket and football.
Trust me, cricket, football, politics.
Anything.
People that come in there and make or have their home. So
yeah.
We welcome people to sit down, relax, and have some interesting discussions.
Yeah, with the pharmacists, with the resident pharmacists.
Yeah, we're very passionate about our sports, and I think like if there's one thing I hate driving in Barbados is Cross Stadium Road. That's hurt my heart when I have to look at that monstrosity called a national stadium. You know what I mean? And we have no stadium, but we were still able to produce fantastic talent like Shade Williams, Jonathan Jones, without any stadium at all. You know what I mean? And that speaks to the mental and the talent that we have here in Barbados that is not being harnessed by successive government.
Yeah,
and
agreed
100%.
Yeah,
tremendously. Now, when last we had a career in Barbados, I think that was when Vilani Louis. I think that was years ago. Louis I was there and I said to see that thing, and this is the years now.
Yeah,
you know. What I mean? So we has met sport to sports.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that changes soon. I
have no hope. Sorry.
Sound like Andrew and the West Indies.
So sorry.
Well, thanks for coming on.
It was a joy being here.
Yes.
And anytime, feel free to welcome me back, and we will discuss any other topics.
No problem. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we definitely have to discuss your allegiance to Arsenal.
That's
Oh yeah, here
right.
come my own for that. Thanks for reminding me. Thanks for
we definitely
reminding me.
have to discuss that. You know, and we definitely have to pick up on that conversation about the board and scheduling, because I don't feel is solely the board's fault. I feel like that's where I think, you know, where so much cricket is played that it's just not possible to schedule these.
No, it's not your scheduling, it's the preparation before thing. I mean, you could bring those guys into and let them get to know one another. It's not like, okay, the dynamics of West Indies cricket team is that you got Bajans, Trinidadians, and there's always this there animosity among we as a people. And you're going to take people from different cultures and put them in a team with one captain. You know why Clive Lloyd was such a in that era that we were so good? Because these guys have one goal in mind, to beat these white teams. When those guys were in England, I realized how we were treated in English. You could talk to them. That was their cement. That cemented that team and said, "No, what? We got to show these guys who we are." And they was able to use that energy to always go there and play top of their game. You know what I mean? And I always say, right, when know how to beat me, friends. Oh no, you're friend now. So you get welcome, you know, you get welcome in. Also know you're buddy. Sports is nothing but friends. When you go up on that field, it's war.
Friendship done.
Friendship done. It is war. You understand me? You gotta go with that mentality. Friendship done. Look, Ian Bottom and Viv Richards got this bond that is tremendous. And when they play against one another, they're more friends, you know?
Yeah.
I play for England, you play for West Indies. And they are like, I mean, if you hear these men off in the field, right? They're like brothers, right? When they go there, it's war. And then they're able to, that's show the maturity, right? And you go there, so you play best for your country. When we come off, we shake hands, we're friends again. And that's something that we need. You understand? So that's the thing, right? And these guys are missing that point. As soon as they get play West Indies team, they're going to buy a BMW, going to girls, that sort of thing, and then forget they don't want the clothes dirty no more. They're going to flash boys now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely societal challenges have, well, for the most, well, not saying most part, but for a good portion, have dissipated a bit to the fact where, yes, it's not in the forefront of their minds necessarily, like the generation that you spoke about. But the point I'm making, when you said the term preparation and putting these guys together for, let's say, long camps before the actual tour begins, we must remember, I'm not sure if that would be possible, at least for your best players, because what might happen would be that most of the best players, because they play so much franchise cricket, the time is not there.
But
you do make a good point, though, because you possibly could get the ones who are not playing franchise cricket
together.
Arrive early and then the others join up. That might be a way forward.
Correct. Because if you're a professional, I mean, like, you're a professional, you don't need much coaching, right? You don't need, so you just need to, that bone, you just need to gel with a man. So that's all you need. So if the guys that don't have no contracts and things, put them in a camp from early, get to know one another, sleeping with one another, eating with one another, you know what I mean? So you get that bond, right? So it's like in football, I mean, like, I was hearing Thierry talk, right? And he said when it was a striker, he used to get vexed with these guys. But Arsene Wenger had to tell him, look, stop playing for yourself and realize that each midfielder got his own way of doing things. So you got to play with these men. So one man might run to the left, one man like running to the right? So you got to know exactly how the men behind you playing. And know how they're going to deliver the ball. You know what I mean? So you say he had to change his whole thinking, right? And that make him a better striker. Because he start to position himself to suit the person that going to pass him the ball. And that's what we need to do. Yeah. Right, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, this was certainly a heated, passionate conversation. I want to thank Anthony again for coming on.
Yes, please.
And we'll see you next time.
Of course.
Yes, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that was certainly a very passionate and insightful segment with Anthony from Whole Health Pharmacy. I mean, as I said before, you could see where I get from.
I know. Well, all I can say is that my mood has suddenly become a little bit more glum. because we had an Arsenal fan in our presence.
He's
or sorry,
not
a potential
an Arsenal fan.
Listen,
I can work on him. Don't worry.
You can't work on it. This is my no. The time has passed. You can't work on that. Then the medicine you give for that.
I should already give him some questions beforehand so I could screen his responses. But I can't believe he come on my show and tell me.
But that's your father, so that's something that you should know. That if he was going back anybody,
oh my
it
gosh,
would have
but
been
I
Arsenal.
never asked him because he's mostly watched international football.
Fair enough, but that was so just wrong. Just
that was
awful.
a shot to the system, boy.
Yeah.
But anyways, it leads us nicely into our cricket segment.
Right.
West Indies recently concluded their first test match against South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
A very interesting test match. I think when we were here last week, we talked about how South Africa started well and we came back well with the ball.
Right.
And we started decently with the bat, but had a massive collapse in the first innings, gave up a lead. Did well with the ball again, and I thought, we were set a manageable and definitely gettable target, especially with our grain ball. We had 2-3 days to make 2-something runs?
We had 2 days, 2.5 days at least.
Grain out there, man.
But you with this grain ball thing, I don't know where you're gonna stop. Listen.
Gosh, I will never stop.
Listen, right?
Can't stop, won't stop.
The target was 247.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that we wasn't gonna get. Or let's say I would have been surprised if we did. Yes, it's a manageable total on the surface if you do not know the West Indies batting lineup. But since we do know the West Indies batting lineup, let's not mislead people and think that was a total that we would have expected to chase down against South Africa. My disappointment though, because I feel as though, you see, in those situations, you should force the opposition to get you out.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like them throw away them wickets. I see we named Tangerine, China Paul, hooking the ball out over, you know what I mean, that head height that he definitely can't control to give a wicket.
Azari do that too.
Well, yeah, I would only seen the first 4 or so wickets going on because it was the morning before I left.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it, I peep at it, and I said, look at it, he said, look, this is what Marissa want me to kind of watch.
Yeah, it was like 27 for 4 or something like that.
Yes, I see Ross and Chase misjudge a ball that come back in your arse and that knock you over.
The only bat really sure fight was Blackwood.
I can't. It happened a couple of days ago now, so I can't remember all the missiles that I saw. But like I said, there were dismissals where it was just bad shot selection.
And that's my thing. When you're playing aggressively, and I don't mind you playing aggressively because when you're playing in South Africa, a ball is gonna have your name on it.
Right.
When you play in South Africa, the bowlers are always in the game. That's why I like to watch cricket in South Africa. It's be a nice battle. But for me, if the way to go is to be aggressive. Blackwood showed that. Aidan Markram in the first innings also showed that for South Africa. But you have to be measured in your shot selection. If the ball is there to play an aggressive shot, do it. But if it's not, like you said Taj. I didn't see Taj dismissal, but Azari Joseph, Azari like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". He had hit the ball here outside Austin and he hooking it. Like, there's no way you can control that shot. And it's just my thing with West Indies cricket is like, we never play balls on the merit.
I think Kalmir's go making a bad shot as well too, or attempting a bad shot.
Oh, he got out?
I can't remember. I think it was some silliness that he did too. After facing about 17 balls. He didn't score any runs. But
and he's get antsy when he take long to get off the mark.
But what I find, you mentioned grain ball. So if I entertain you for one moment and follow your train of thought as it relates to grain ball.
When you say it like that, it just sounds funny. Whatever. Okay. Go ahead.
But grain ball, as you aptly named it, this is a Marissa.
This is not a Marissa term. I've seen it online.
Okay.
So let me not.
That she has adopted.
Yes. Let me not claim it as my copyright infringement upon people's words.
All right, fair enough. But anyways, that type of still, I felt like that was what we should have done. Because yes, you always get a ball that you can attack and play on its merit, like you said. But we had 2.5 days to get these runs. Why are we,
a little bit more of a measured approach.
Yeah. Why are we trying to go after everything or be ultra aggressive? We got 2.5 days. Let South Africa feel the pressure now. Let them bowl a session when you get one wicket or none.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And force the hand. Plus, generally, I know you said, in South Africa, you're always in the game. But we all know that the older the ball gets, the more shine get knocked off. Right?
True.
After a while, things might become a bit easier.
True, definitely
right?
true.
So like,
Yeah.
as your father said earlier, mentality.
It's true. Very, very much true. And the thing for me too is that even with the shocking start we had, I felt De Silva just needed Blackwood
Mm-hmm.
just needed somebody like a De Silva, a Holder, a Alzari, a few good partnerships. Because how much we lost by 60-something runs, 90-something runs?
Not sure.
We definitely lost by less than 100 runs though.
Yeah. Mm.
And he made like 60, 70-something runs. He just needed somebody to they stay there with him and build a partnership. And you would have definitely, once that total had come down to 70, 60, 50 runs, South Africa would have been sweating.
Yeah.
And I just think sometimes we need to really focus on building partnerships. And we don't do that enough. We don't bat in partnerships enough. Like in the first innings, we were batting so well. I think it was Refer and Roston Chase that were batting really well. One of them get out, and all the rest of the 6 wickets just fall for nothing. And those are things we have to look at. We have to like my father was saying earlier. The mentality is that start putting a premium on your wicket.
Mm-hmm.
Let it be. And for instance, that ball that Rabada ball, I don't know if you saw it, that ball that Rabada ball to Craig Brathwaite in the first innings, pitch, seamed away, hit the top off. Let them start balls be the balls to get you out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't go wafting at things, don't misjudge things. Like, put a premium on your wicket.
Oh yeah, so you call him Refer, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's saying, and then he got out trying to drive a ball with off something too. I mean, straight to first slip.
Yeah,
Remember
we gotta do better. We have to put more of a premium on our wickets and just fight through, you know. So that was a disappointment for me. I think the second test starts. Is it tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow because I saw a picture about game day, so probably tomorrow morning. And I looking for a better showing from the batsmen.
Continue to look. If you find it, let me know.
Anyways,
wait, just be serious. Like, you actually looking for? You know what? Like I said, continue to look. If you find it, let me know.
I will.
Because I tell you already what the position is. West Indies batsmen can't put 2 innings good together.
I'll tell you, boy.
If a bat get the first, they ain't bat get the second. And if the bat get the first, they can't bat get the first, they might bat get the second, or maybe not. Who knows? But the point being, the bowling attack is really good though.
Very good.
You know, but the batting lineup, man. The batting lineup.
Yeah.
Batters.
Yeah. That, and it's funny, that is just all of our sides. That's our women's side. That's our men's side. It's probably under 19 sides too. We gotta do something, and I think it's because when I look at the pitches that we play on in the Caribbean, not good enough. They don't prepare you enough to play on good pitches, or even difficult. They don't prepare you to play anywhere, to me. So I think we really gotta look at developing batsmen with good, solid techniques and the mentality to, you know, bat for long periods and everything. More Craigs, more Tajes, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah, but I love our bowling attack. Really good. Really good variety. Zari Joseph is definitely our most improved cricketer over the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Calmeers with his dibbly dobblers that people underestimate, but he's a decent bowler. Jason Holder, I would like Jason Holder to find some form with the bat and the ball again, because he hasn't been going through the best of times. But our bowling attack is good, of course. How can I forget Kimura Roach? So, you know, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about Rawson? Rawson bowl spin, right?
Roston Chase is a tricky one for me. Roston Chase hasn't done too badly, but to me, his batting is still his primary suit, and he's not doing that well enough for me to be batting in the top 5.
Exactly, because me and a student were talking about that today actually, and we were saying I was very, very surprised to see Chase come out ahead of Mears.
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
It's like, from the time he get back in the side, batting at 7-8 as a spinner, all of a sudden, now I think he scored 50 in Australia. So all of a sudden, we could shuffle you back of the order. I don't think he's ready for that yet. I don't know what happened to Ross and James batting, but it fell off a cliff. Remember when he first came on the scene, the man was so good.
He was dogged.
Yeah, but something happened, and I still think he needs.
Difficult to dislodge.
Yeah, his primary suit is his batting, and if he bats well, he makes our side even more balanced. Because he's a decent bowler. He's not the best spinner we have, but he's a decent bowler. So I really need for his batting to improve again. But just to touch quickly, the WPL has started. Hayley Matthews is dominating. Second on the run charts, taking some wickets. It's been a good tournament so far. So I think she's the only West Indian because Deandra Dotting has some mix up with her and the team. I ain't sure what's going on there, so I won't comment. So she's the only West Indian there, and she's doing us really proud. So that's good. I enjoy my cricket. Cricket is my solace from the football, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, I'll leave it there. I'm not even gonna.
Wow.
Left you tonight. Chelsea got a big win, and you know, I'm gonna
come on,
Marissa,
you Blues! Come on, you Blues!
Marissa Chala.
Yes.
This is not my place. But yeah, Chelsea got a big win.
I was so shocked, right? I thought myself, I was surprised that this man ain't come on saying you never walk alone.
I thought about it. But you know, the problem is that our game was Sunday and we had a little day.
Okay.
No, so
next week though, if we're gonna win.
Nah. Don't forget we're not playing the Wednesday. I think first game is the Tuesday, so we're playing the Wednesday. So we'll record before the game.
Yes. True.
So
I tell you, the day you come on here and say you never walk alone, I walking off the set.
That's okay. We have your father back. So I could.
He doesn't have permission to come back now after his
and debate him on his
controversial statements. But Arsenal, how dare he? How dare he get me heated again, yeah? Man, have me so good, yeah.
I believe, right, that is a conspiracy. I feel like Marissa knows that she father is a potential Arsenal fan.
Listen to me.
I just feel like stress if it's right.
The viewers saw my reaction. I know his best friend supports Arsenal.
We'll get that a clue.
That's not the clue. His daughter supports Chelsea. Like,
but you know, daughter he didn't live in his household.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. See,
listen to me. The viewers saw my reaction. My reaction to that news was.
You're quite an actress.
I ain't that good. I know he's a good actress, but I ain't that good.
But if I knew that before, I would have tell you that he can't come on here.
Andrew, you think I would let him come on here if I knew he was gonna tell me?
I'm joking, man. We don't have a.
I ain't joking though.
We don't have a. I actually don't have a genuine dislike for Arsenal. To be honest. Well, you have a reason to. You back Chelsea, but I don't. I just talking my crap. I just having fun tonight. You know, since I won 7-0, I feel like this might be the one time this season that I get to.
It's true, you know.
Relax a bit and kick up my feet and talk about foolishness.
Same thing for me tonight when my Dortmund win. This might be the best my season get. God, you gotta enjoy it while it lasts. I should get shot to playing that reel you had sent me, you know. I can't believe I didn't see that until this week.
Oh, you mean with the
Yeah. I gotta post that somewhere though.
Yeah, that's funny.
Because that's like me and you for the whole season.
That was funny for true.
Oh gosh.
Or maybe we could recreate it.
Yeah. And get shot do a little voiceover.
Right, exactly.
There's an idea. Anyways, we straight.
Yeah.
Anyways, this has been another episode of the Dugout Podcast. You saw the face of Whole Health Pharmacy earlier. You can follow them at Whole Health Pharmacy on Instagram and Facebook. You can follow Spirit Life Studios 246.
Yes, I believe that is it.
I need to get better at this. Anyways.
Want me to try again next week?
Sure. You can also follow us at the Dugout_podcast. And you can follow me, Marissa Simone 91, Drew 9106. And yeah, stay tuned for more great content from us here at the Dugout Podcast. And we'll see you next week.
This program was brought to you by Spirit Led Studios, the sound of life.